Let me explain something to you. When I was invited to host the program, it was called Platform, and I was coming from Cape Coast. I remember having discussion with the management that, why me? Can't you find someone from Accra? And I was told, no, they wanted somebody who would be fair, would be seen to be fair to everybody. And I like that. I interviewed His Excellency J.J. Rollins. I also interviewed Kufuor. I interviewed all the presidential aspirants at the time.
Now let's shelve that for a minute. Fast forward in 2012, when there was going to be a presidential debate between the likes of John Dramani Mahama, Nana Akufo-Addo, and other presidential candidates. The event was moderated by two people. One was Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, the second one was Jane Naana. Now guess what happened? Jane was not even in the country at the time. She was outside somewhere attending to some other duties. But they called upon her to come and moderate the event. Now there are millions of people in Ghana. She turned down the offer because she didn't feel like she was prepared for it. But they insisted that she had to come, although it was inconvenient, and perform the role. Why? Because she is the one they believed to be fair. Again, her fairness was what landed that role.
So it is that fairness that I've tried to exhibit in all my life. I was invited to that debate because somebody thought I'd be fair. And I like that fairness. Yes, I'm supposed to be tough and all of that, but fairness, justice for me is very important. Giving everybody a fair opportunity.
This is the big one. Even when President John Dramani Mahama wanted a running mate during his 2020 campaign, one of the topical issues at the time, based on which somebody was going to be selected for that role, was corruption. And I remember somebody like Honorable Kennedy Japan vividly saying that whoever John Mahama chooses, he's going to dig up their rot and their corrupt practices to campaign against them ahead of the elections that year. But everyone went silent when he chose Jane Naana Opoku-Agyeman. Because guess what? There was not a single record of corruption anywhere that anybody could attach to her name. So again, it appeared that the reason why she was chosen was not simply because she was qualified, because there were other people who were equally qualified. And it was certainly not because she was a woman. In fact, there were also several other women. But one key and main factor for which reason she was chosen was because of her record of transparency, fairness, and justice. Imagine for a moment that just a single attribute that you cherish and practice so much is the driving force of your life, opening doors of opportunity to you over and over and over again and propelling you to a height that is simply enviable. If you choose to keep a virtue while everyone around you is practicing some form of rot, I have good news for you, because that value that you choose to maintain will make you